And we welcome you to our live stream this evening, live from Lyman High School in Lyman, Wyoming, where we're back tonight to watch the third-ranked Eagles, Lady Eagles, go up against the Pinedale Wranglers in volleyball action this evening. You can see the two teams out there getting warmed up, and it should be another good matchup as the Eagles are coming off a big win last night as they defeated Star Valley in 3. Star Valley ranked number 4 in 3A volleyball in the state of Wyoming. So number 3 defeated number 4 in 3 sets last night. So now they have a record of 23-4 on the year for the Lyman Eagles. Last night, these Pinedale Wranglers hosted Kemmerer, and I don't have a score on how that is, but up until that game last night, they are now 9-15 on the season. 9 wins, 15 losses. In the conference duels last weekend in Mountain View, they came away without any victories. The Pinedale Wranglers did. They're kind of on a slump, and this is a bad time of the year to go into a slump. After tonight's matchup, the Wranglers are going to have 2 more games coming their way next weekend. On Friday, they will be at Star Valley. Then they travel to Mountain View for a Saturday matchup. That's next weekend, the last regular season game before they head off to regionals the week after that. So Lyman tonight, Star Valley on next Friday, a week from tonight, and Mountain View for the last regular season game of the year for Pinedale. In the meantime, after tonight's matchup against Pinedale, Lyman will only have one other regular season game. That will be a Thursday night matchup next week when Mountain View comes across the valley to take on their arch rivals in the final regular season game of the year for Mountain View. So we're just minutes away. We're a little over 10 minutes away from the start of this matchup tonight. So we're going to take a break. We're going to hear from Let's hear from Troy Blumell. I was able to catch up with him a week or so ago. We talked a little bit about his ambitions and aspirations and some of the things he likes about his schooling. So we'll visit with Troy in just a few minutes. We'll be back. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
City Drug carries a wide selection of durable medical equipment and other products that help make your life more comfortable. Some examples include wheelchairs, walkers, knee scooters, a variety of braces, crutches, safety handles for the bathroom or shower. Other products include compression stockings to help minimize leg and ankle pain caused by swelling, and Dr. Comfort footwear. When you're looking for items that can make your life a little better, visit the friendly staff at City Drug at the corner of 10th and Main Street in Evanston.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Our student in the classroom today is Troy Blumell. How are you, sir?
Doing well. How about you?
Doing wonderful, thank you. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us to help us learn more about you. You're in the drama club, am I right with that?
Yes, you are.
And I understand you guys are in production with an upcoming feature.
We are Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables. Tell us a little bit about the plot. What do people expect when they see this performance?
So it's about a little orphan girl who gets adopted by a family in the late early 1900s, and so they didn't go and pick her up themselves, and they were expecting a boy, and when they got there, it was a girl. And so it's about them coming to accept her, and instead of like turning her back and getting a boy like they requested, they grow to love her and include her in part of the family.
Sounds like almost a tearjerker.
It has its moments, but it's also very comical.
Anne of Green Gables. When is the club scheduled to put the performance on?
Sometime around Christmas, around like December, but I don't know the official date.
And what is your part?
I play the teacher, and I am also the student assistant director.
Oh, very nice. So you're very involved with this production.
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm sure it'll be a good one. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Troy. Who are your parents, and talk a little bit about what you're doing in school besides drama.
My parents are Sherry and Ren Blumell. I am also like a teacher's aide, and I do ag independent study where I work in the greenhouse and do a lot of plant stuff and a lot of horticulture type stuff.
It sounds like you're very, very busy. What about your academics? What's one of your favorite classes?
I've always been particularly good at English and writing. I really enjoy writing. It's fun for me. Sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just like write poems.
That makes sense. Being involved in the drama club, you would be good at English and have that dramatic part of the side of you.
Yeah, I suppose it all just kind of clicks. I enjoy storytelling, so it's a lot of fun.
What grade are you in?
I am a high school senior.
And what do you plan on doing post-high school?
I am planning on taking film courses I'm planning on taking drama courses at Western Wyoming and then moving up to University of Utah for film courses.
I know that Western Wyoming puts on several plays a year, and they're quite the productions. They draw a lot of attention.
Yeah, we're considering and looking at, potentially as a drama club, going and looking at their productions and talking to the cast. Hopefully we can get that to work out.
Very good. That would be a great little getaway for the troupe.
Yeah, and it'd be nice to see how a professional production is done for those of us who are interested in going into it, and it'd just be nice as like a team bonding experience.
What are you looking forward to through the rest of this year, other than your production of Anne of Green Gables?
Well, after we get done with drama season, there's also musical season, in which case I do not perform. I am strictly stage and setup and doing the set design, so that's always a lot of fun. And also periodically throughout the year, I do a lot of photography and photo shoots, which aren't necessarily involved with school, but I do that on my free time as well. So I'm looking forward to being able to do some in the winter and the upcoming spring as well as the fall. So,
what are your favorite subjects to photograph?
I do a lot of fairy tale inspired stuff in my photos, so that's a lot of fun. A lot of character driven stuff. I'm actually have an upcoming photo shoot that's like freak show circus inspired, so just a lot of character driven kind of fantasy style stuff.
I would enjoy seeing one of those shows. Do you actually put on shows, or do you display your photography?
I've taken my photography to different events. I compete with them at the county fair and at county and state fair. I took some to state art last year. I don't think I'm taking any this year though. And I also just display them on my Instagram, and I compete in different photography competitions through the Professional Photographers Association.
And that's online?
My Instagram's online, but those you go to an event. I go to the Intermountain one, which is Utah, Salt Lake area. So I go down there for certain competitions and certain events and just participate with them.
Well, it sounds like you're a very, very busy person. You enjoy school?
For the most part, yeah. I tend to be pretty good at it, so I like it. I'm a very social person, so I like being around people and talking to people and meeting new people. So school's not so bad for me.
Well, good luck with the rest of the year, and good luck post-high school with all of your ambitions. It sounds like you know where you're going.
Thank you. I try to have a pretty set plan.
Visiting with Troy Blumell. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Auto Farm, Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Attention sports teams, coaches, athletic directors, administrators, and parents and fans of high school sports all across Wyoming. When you're in Casper, stay at the Hilton Garden Inn Casper. With spacious guest rooms, a beautiful indoor pool and hot tub, and delicious family restaurant, you'll find everything you need to have your athletes rested and ready to do their best. For all of your team and fan hotel accommodations in Casper, call 307-266-1300. The Hilton Garden Inn, Casper.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Buick at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
With over 25 years of experience, it's not uncommon for Chad to be able to diagnose your vehicle's problems right away, sometimes by just listening to your engine run. If there were such a thing, Chad might even be considered the engine whisperer. Actually, the mechanics at Chad's Automotive in Evanston are just dang good mechanics. You're always treated fairly and honestly, handling everything from vehicle maintenance to major repair. Chad's Automotive in Evanston, 789-8263. Call today, 789-8263.
And we welcome you back to some pre-game action as the teams are getting ready to get underway here in Lyman High School today. Once again, if you're looking at the scorer board, that tarp that hangs down from the ceiling in the middle of the gymnasium here is kind of blocking the scoreboard, but what you see on the left side of the scoreboard will be Lyman's score. The right side of the scoreboard will be Pinedale's score in tonight's matchup. It's a best of 5 here in varsity action between Pinedale and Lyman High Schools tonight here in Lyman, and it's being brought to us here on mylocalradio.com by Altitude Evanston, now Rocky Mountain Yeti Group, by Chad's Automotive, by Wyoming Dental Specialties, by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, by West Star Printing, by Rocky Mountain Signs, and by mylocalradio.com. And don't forget the Co-op, helping to get the word out about your business, reach more people for less. Become a member of the Co-op. Call 307-789-8116 to find out more details about the Co-op. Making some house announcements. You can hear the house announcer.
Pinedale Wranglers to the gym tonight for this volleyball game, and we'd like to welcome their fans also.
Friday night here in Lyman, Lyman School District has a 4-day school week. No school for the kids today. They were out, so they're out in force for tonight's action here in Lyman, getting ready for the Pledge of Allegiance. A special treat. Normally they do the Pledge of Allegiance here at Lyman. Getting ready to introduce the starting lineups for you tonight. We'll turn it to the house announcer.
Number 7, Tegan Johnson. Number 11, Carson Mack. Number 17, Faith Friend. Number 22, Haley Bolter. Number 25, Bailey Shoup. At libero, Megan Rohr. And number 2, Jamie Street. The Wranglers are coached by Tamara Kura.
Jamie Street in the starting lineup. She's a freshman on the starting lineup for Pinedale. Now for Pinedale's starting lineup.
P.O. Box 122, McKaylee Bradshaw. Take a right, then a left, then another left. Number 22, McKinley Bradshaw. Across from the field with Buffaloes, number 6, Spring Yagi. From the other side of the valley, number 12, Kathy Nelson. Next to Cece's house, number 15, Olivia Smith. I'm not quite sure where she lives. Number 14, Kylie Walker. North of the water tower, number 2, Nicole Crook. Down some dirt road, across from the meat place. If you go down the hill too far, you've gone too far. So, number 4, Cedar Inn. And those are your starters. Eagles are coached by Brisha Hansen, Courtney Walker, and Kim Look. Good luck to both teams.
Starting lineup from our house announcer here in Lyman High School. As we're getting ready to get this match underway. If you're wondering why we're starting so early, well, they decided to start this matchup tonight an hour early. So the freshmen started at 4 o'clock instead of 5 o'clock. They ended up in a 2-set match against Pinedale. The junior varsity ended up losing it to Pinedale in a 2-set match. And here we are, just 6:15, 45 minutes before we were even scheduled to start our stream. And we're getting ready for the first serve in the first set here in Lyman tonight. It was a game day decision. They decided either late last night or today that because the football game has been moved to tomorrow at 2 o'clock here in Lyman, they figured they'd start this and enable Pinedale to get home a little bit earlier tonight here on a Friday night. So Friday night volleyball in Lyman, Wyoming, and broadcasting live on mylocalradio.com. As you look at your screen, you'll see Pinedale in their green and orange suits on the left side of your screen. Their score will show up on the right side of the scoreboard. On the right side of your screen, back to serve, is the Lyman Eagles. Lyman Eagles in a dark blue today here on the court. Cassidy Nilsson with the first serve as we get underway here in Lyman tonight. Lyman Eagle volleyball. And the block goes out of bounds. First score goes to the Eagles. Cassidy waiting to get the ball. Take it back again from the right side of your screen. The Eagles serving 1, serving 0. Miscommunication on that back line for the Wranglers. Ends up with another Eagle score. And Cassidy keeps her serve. This time they dig it out, do a back set, get it set up, and the Eagles couldn't control it. Went back to Cassidy. She wasn't expected to get that far. At least it didn't look like it. So point goes to Pinedale, and they have the serve. This is Jamie Straight, the freshman that is on the starting lineup for Pinedale. She gets the dig, and nobody gets underneath it. The ball falls in for a Lyman point. Lyman goes up 3-1. Cedar Air serving for Lyman. Controls, sets, back to the Eagles. Nice hit, very nicely dug out. The set was a little bit off. The hitter couldn't get quite underneath it. Point Lyman. Nice set this time. Setter got all the way underneath it, controlled by Lyman, who gets it back to Pinedale, who set up another play. Some good play on both sides of the net. That one hits the net, goes down for a Lyman score. Tegan Johnson trying to just nudge it over the net. Went into the net for that Lyman score. That one went all the way to the rafters, came off one of the rafters on the ceiling and down hard. Nobody on the Lyman side of the court able to get underneath it. So that will give Megan Rohrer. She'll be serving from the left side of your screen for Pinedale. They're waiting for the indication. Line judge finally says it was out. Pinedale gets the score. Pinedale down by 2. Megan Rohrer keeps her serve. 3 serving 5. And they're saying an infraction, a net infraction on the Pinedale side. That will give the point over to the Eagles. They'll take the serve back. And here comes Kylie Walker back. She comes in off the bench to go back and serve for the Eagles. 6 serving 3. Pinedale sets it up. Partial block, and it falls down for a Pinedale point. 2 points difference on the scoreboard. Lyman up by 2. The Wranglers will have the serve. This is Tracy Kennard. Kylie sets it up. And Kinley hits it. It goes off the fingers of one of the Wranglers. Out of bounds. Point will go to Lyman, who take the serve right back. This is McKinley Bradshaw serving. She gets it over the net. Pinedale sets it up and hits it into the net. It will fall for a Lyman point. First set action. Lyman is up by 4 points. McKinley Bradshaw with the serve for Lyman, 8 serving 4. Kylie sets it up for McKaylee, who gets it over. Pinedale sets it up. Off the block, out of bounds, point Pinedale. Pinedale will take the ball back. They'll send Faith Friend back to serve for Pinedale. So it will be 5 serving 8. Pinedale down by 3. From the left side of your screen. And they make it back to Pinedale. Nice hit, dug up nicely. Back and forth. I think Kylie thought that was going to go into the net. She was going low to play it. As it fell off the net, it fell in for a Pinedale point. So again, Faith Friend with the serve. Kylie does a back set. Goes to Yagi. She gets it down, saved, and back to Lyman, who once again set up the play. This one drops in. Cassidy Nilsson with the hit. Point Lyman. Now up by 3. Set number 1 action. Game getting underway early tonight. That was a game day decision. They decided to go earlier because the football game that was supposed to take place this afternoon was moved to tomorrow. Kylie back sets. Big hit by McKaylee Bradshaw, down for another Lyman point. Now up by 4. Nicole Crook has the serve for Lyman. And the ace, 11-6. Set number 1, the best of 5 here in Lyman High School this evening. This is the third match of the week for the Eagles here on homecoming week in Lyman. Pinedale sets, hits, and the block. Going to fall in for a Pinedale point. Pinedale working on the rotation, a couple of players coming in. One of those players, number 6, will be Riley Darwin, back serving. And the kill goes down, hard hit by Cassidy Nilsson. Point Lyman, as Lyman immediately takes the serve back. They'll send McKaylee Bradshaw back to serve. 12 serving 7. Pinedale gets it to the Eagles, who get it back to the Wranglers, who set up the play. Nice dig by the Eagles, and 4 hits turns it into a Pinedale point. Pinedale takes the serve back. Carson Mack will serve from the left side of your screen, 8 serving 12 here in the first set tonight. Point Lyman. Cassidy with the serve. 13 serving 8. Dug out, nice set, and good hit off the block on Lyman's side of the net. Falls into their court and puts up a point for Pinedale. So it will be 9 serving 13, as again Carson Mack. Jamie Strait with the serve there. And a big hit by McKinley Bradshaw. They couldn't control it over on the Pinedale side. It went off one of their hands and out of bounds for another Lyman score. 14 serving 9, first set action. Lyman against Pinedale in Lyman, Wyoming. Pinedale sets and bloops it over for a Wrangler score. I think they were setting more power behind that. They'll send their libero, Megan Rohrer, back to serve. Pinedale will. Down by 4, 10 serving 14. Lyman up by 4. Dug out, set up. Now it's Pinedale's turn. A nice set, a heavy hit. They're saying the point goes to the Lyman Eagles. Kylie Walker taking the place of Olivia Smith once again as the setter position goes through the rotation for the serve. And the serve controlled. Tried to just bloop it across the net, couldn't make it. That's going to be a point for Lyman. So that'll make it 16-10 on the scoreboard, the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. It is timeout for Pinedale. We're going to take a quick one too. You're listening to Lyman High School Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
What lives in your ductwork? Creepy, crawly spiders, rodents, old pet hair and dander, dust. It's a fact. Whatever's lingering in your ductwork is the same thing you're breathing in the air.
I've got great news. The professionals at Landmark Plumbing and Heating have all the equipment needed to clean out the ductwork in your house. This is Lane Bowen, owner of Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Let us help you breathe easier by cleaning out your ductwork. Call us today to schedule an appointment. 789-8793.
And we come back to it, the action here in Pinedale tonight. Lyman coming out with the serve out of the timeout. And point falls for Lyman. A lot of students here in the gymnasium tonight, and they're running up and down the bleachers. It's jiggling the scoreboard camera. That falls far beyond the baseline. Falls down for a Pinedale point. So that will send Tracy Kennard into the mix. She'll go back to serve. The serve will come from the left side of your screen. Kylie will set. McKinley's hit hard, but it's dug out by Megan Rohrer for Pinedale. Pinedale gets it back to Lyman. They set up another play. This one dug out by Tracy Kennard. And Lyman sets it up again. This time, don't know how they did it, but they got it back to Lyman's side, and Lyman puts it down off the fist of one of the Wranglers, and that will give a point and the serve over to Lyman. They'll send McKinley Bradshaw back to serve. Pinedale sets it up. McKinley digs it out. Kylie sets it up. Gigantic hit. That by Cassidy Nilsson. Tried to return it. It went out of bounds. That's another Lyman point. Looking at 19-11. Cassidy saves it. Set up. Hit hard. Off of the Wrangler. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jamie Street. And as fast as that ball was coming down, she was lucky to even get down to touch it. So it's now 20, serving 11. 9-point lead for the Eagles. Set number one. Back to the Eagles. Nice play at the net by Lyman, or by Pinedale. Lyman sets it up, controlled nicely by Pinedale. They get it back to the Eagles. And the set not made, saying she hit it 2 times. That will put another point up on the Lyman side. 10-point lead. 10-point lead as Pinedale takes another score on the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard. It is Lyman 21, Pinedale 11. You're listening to Lyman Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
No matter what season of the year it is, when you live in our neck of the woods, you need outdoor power equipment. With quality product lines like Stihl, Toro, and Walker, Superior Rental and Sales has what you need for every season. Everything from homeowner to professional grade products. Plus, when it comes to maintenance, you're covered. Our full-time mechanic is available for tune-ups, maintenance, chain sharpening, whatever you need. Stop in today, Superior Rental and Sales, 371 Prospector Drive, here in Evanston.
First set action from Lyman High School is the Lyman Eagles leading the Pinedale Wranglers by a score of 21-11 in the first set. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by First Bank of Mountain View. With 8 other locations to serve you in Wyoming and Utah, they can help you with all of your banking needs. It's First Bank in Mountain View. Serve comes in, hit into the net. Point Lyman. McKinley Bradshaw back to serve again from the right side of your screen. 22 serving 11. Goes out of bounds, hits the back wall of the gymnasium for another Lyman point. Pinedale sets it up. Big hit, partially blocked, falls in for a Pinedale point. They'll take over the serve. Going to send Faith Friend back to serve for Pinedale. 12 will be serving 23. Down by 11 points, and the serve goes out. Past the baseline. This will be set point for Lyman. 24-12. First set action tonight. Pinedale sets it up. It's a nice block. Excellent block on that front lane. Cedar Air was there, so was Cassidy Nilsson. Blocked right back. Falls in for the point. 25-12, the final in the first set. The Eagles lead after one set. So they're going to change sides of the court, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back. It is Lyman up 1-0, the best of 5 here in Lyman, Wyoming tonight. You're listening to Lyman High School volleyball action on mylocalradio.com.
Altitude Evanston is now the all-new Rocky Mountain Yeti. With the same great staff and 5 locations, we have an even larger selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to serve Uintah County. Visit one of our 2 Evanston locations, 100 Wasatch Road, or the newest location at the old Sonic building at the end of the Walmart parking lot. At Rocky Mountain Yeti, we're committed to providing each customer with the best car buying experience. Rocky Mountain Yeti, we are legend driven.
Your vehicle represents one of the major investments you'll make in your lifetime. If you have an accident, large or small, take care of your investment with a professional team that understands the value of your vehicle. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston has been repairing and restoring vehicles to just like new condition for over 7 years. Don't trust your investment to just anyone. Let T-Bar fix your car. T-Bar Body Shop and Technoglass of Evanston. Stop in today for a free estimate. 515 County Road.
If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
In between sets, Lyman takes the first set of this best of 5 series over Pinedale, 1-0, as the teams will now switch the sides of the floor. As we look down at the camera, through the camera's eye, we'll find Lyman on the left side of the screen, and their score will be on the left side of the scoreboard. Pinedale still in their huddle down there. You can see that. They'll come out in a few seconds, and they will take the right side of the screen, or the right side of the court. Their score on the scoreboard will be on the right side of the scoreboard. Once again, we're about 25 feet off the floor here in Lyman Gymnasium, and there is a big blue screen that hangs across the middle of the gym, so our scoreboard camera can't quite get underneath that. So that's why the guest score, the score on the right side of the screen, is partially covered, but I'll try and keep you up on what's going on as Pinedale gets the second set underway. Dug up, set and hit back to Lyman. Lyman gets it over. Pinedale, let's set one up. Big hit, nice block on that front line by Lyman. Goes back, they're saying it's out. So Lyman will take over the score, or the serve rather, as they put the first point on the board here in this second set. Sending Cassidy Nilsson back with the serve right into the net. Point Pinedale. This match got started underway an hour early this afternoon and this evening, so we weren't even supposed to go on the air until 7 o'clock. Here we are in the second set already. 25 minutes before we were scheduled to sign on with this broadcast. Knocked down by McKinley Bradshaw for a point for the Eagles. Cedar Air will go back. The ball will come from the left side of your screen as Lyman serves to Pinedale. They set. And the hit goes long. Point Lyman. Cedar again with the serve. Lyman up by 2. Into the net. Point Pinedale. Service error. Gives Pinedale the serve back. They're going to serve Madison Friend. No, excuse me, this is Carson Mack. Carson Mack with the serve for Pinedale. And Lyman can't control it. Tying this match up 3-3. Second set action, Carson Mack serving for Pinedale. Controlled, this time Olivia's going to set it up for McKinley, who has the hit. It's dug out by Pinedale. They get it back to Lyman. Once again, the Olivia McKinley. This time it works. Point falls for Lyman. Lyman takes over the serve. Olivia will come out. Olivia Smith. Kylie Walker goes in. She takes over the scoring duties. Or the serving duties, excuse me. Pinedale does a back set. And the hit goes far out of bounds past the baseline. Point Lyman. Kylie again with the serve. Into the net. Another point for Pinedale. 3 of their 4 points have come off service errors by the Eagles here in this second set. They'll take over the serving duties. This is Jamie Strait. And it falls on the Lyman side. It actually goes under the net from the Lyman side. And this ties up the second set. 5 points each. Again, Pinedale serving. Freshman Jamie Strait serving. She is one of the starters for the Pinedale team. 4 seniors and 2 juniors. No, 5 seniors and 2 juniors who start for Pinedale. Now they have a 1-point lead. Pinedale serving, 6 serving 5. Kylie will set it up. As Yagi hit it into the net. Was not a block, that went into the net. That'll put a point up for Pinedale. Strait continuing to serve. This will be 7 serving 5. This time. That ball was coming quick. The line judge didn't know what to do. She finally called it out. Point goes to Pinedale. 8 serving 5. Pinedale up by 3. Second set action. Kylie sets it up for McKinley. This time it falls in. Point Lyman. McKinley Bradshaw will go back. The ball will come into play from the left side of your screen as 6 serves 8. Lyman down by 2. Pinedale sets. Blocked at the net. Big block. That was Spring Yagi and McKaylee Bradshaw on that block. Gives the point to Lyman, and the serve comes back to the left side of the net. Pinedale will set it up again. Controlled by Nicole. Into the net. Point goes over to Pinedale. With a 2-point lead, they'll send Megan Rohrer back to serve. From the right side of your screen, 9 will serve 7 here in this second set action. Pinedale up by 2. Kylie Walker sets it. All the way to the rafters off that save, and it falls in for a Lyman score. Big, powerful hit came off the dig, went all the way to the rafters here in the gymnasium. When it came down, Pinedale wasn't ready. So there is a point off the serve from Nicole Crook, excuse me. Nicole will go back and serve again as we're at a tie set, 9 points apiece. Pinedale sets it up, it gets over. Lyman gets it back to Pinedale. Pinedale sets it again. Kylie digs it out. And the hit goes long. Hit hard by Cassidy Nilsson. Goes long. The point will go over to Pinedale, who send number 1 in. Tracy Kennard comes in to take over these serving duties, as 10 will serve 9. Mistake by Lyman, giving a point. 2-point lead to Pinedale. Again, Tacey with the serve. Kylie will set it up and it falls down. This time hit very, very hard by Cassidy Nilsson. It hit one of the Wranglers in the forearms and hit the floor for the point for Lyman. So they're down by 1. They take over the serve again. This time it's McKaylee Bradshaw back with the serve. Into the net again. That is 4 points. 4 of Pinedale's 12 points in this set that have come off of service errors by Lyman. So 12 serves 10. This one's dug out, and this time Olivia just taps it over. Yeah, it's picked up nicely by Pinedale. Back to the Eagles, who set it and hit it into the net. Another point for Pinedale. Tacey keeps the serve. No, excuse me. They're sending Faith Friend back with the serve. 13 serving 10. Olivia Smith sets it. Cedar gets it over to Pinedale, who immediately get it back to Lyman, and it falls in for the point. Pinedale enjoying a 4-point lead now, as Faith goes back to serve again. 14 serving 10. Controlled, set, hit, and it's in. Point for Lyman. I think that was Cassidy Nilsson on the far side of the court that got that kill. Now she goes back to take over the serve for Lyman. Lyman down by 3. Second set action. Pinedale sets it, and they hit it into the net. That point will go to Lyman. Making it 12-14. Again, Cassidy with the serve from the left side of your screen. Pinedale sets back to Lyman, who set up a play of their own. And this time it's McKinley Bradshaw who knocks it down for the kill to bring it within a 1-point game. Second set action here in Lyman, Wyoming tonight, where Lyman High School is hosting the Pinedale Wranglers. Lyman has a 1-set lead, 1-0 in the best of 5. In the second set, Pinedale is up by 1 point as Lyman serves again. Nice block again on that net for Lyman. They've got some nice blocks. They keep it in play, and it gets back to Pinedale. Just rolls across the net. Fall in, and point goes up. Nice kill. Beautiful kill. That was Jamie Strait, I think, that went up with that hit. Knocked it down, hit the sideline, in for a point for Pinedale. So they'll take over the serve again. Going to send Riley Dahlwin with the serve. She is also a freshman. Serving and can be controlled by Lyman. Point goes up, and a 3-point lead for the Wranglers. Freshman Riley Dahlwin once again with the serve. 16 serving 13. And it was a net ball into the net. Couldn't get it played right, and it falls in for a Pinedale score. A 4-point lead now for Pinedale. Olivia sets it up, and McKinley, hits it out of bounds. So as we look at the scoreboard here in the second set, as Lyman calls a timeout, they need to regroup. You're looking at the MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard has Pinedale at 18, Lyman at 13. Second set action live from Lyman. You're listening to Lyman volleyball action on MyLocalRadio.com.
They really appreciate every customer at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley. They understand that you have lots of options when it comes to purchasing outdoor recreation vehicles. That's why they work hard to earn your business by making sure they understand exactly what you want. They're friends with their customers. When you're happy, they're happy. If you haven't been to their store, they invite you to come visit. And if you've already one of their friends, stop in again soon and check out all of this season's gear. Cache Honda Yamaha in between Logan and Smithfield on US 91.
Back to Lyman, Wyoming. It is a second set action going on here on MyLocalRadio.com. Lyman is up 1-0 in this best of 5, but Pinedale is leading by 5 here in this second set. It's 18-13 for the Wranglers in second set action. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Reese Auto Service for all of your tire needs. Not only just engine needs, all of your tire needs. Now, think of Reese Auto Service in Lyman at 541 Highway 413. As that point goes up on the board out of the timeout for Lyman. Whatever the coach said, it worked. Cedar Air goes back to serve. And it falls in for a point. Another Lyman point as they close the lead to 3. Cedar serving 15, serving 18. This time Pinedale sets it up. Big block at the net, controlled, and they're saying that it was carried as they came up and tried to set up the play on the Lyman side. One of the Eagles carried the ball. That puts the point up and moves the serve over to Pinedale. 19 serving 15. Good dig by the Wranglers, who get it back to the Eagles. And this time, I didn't see the indication from the, well, we'll look at the scoreboard. Oh, the serve goes back over. Kylie comes back in. Kylie Walker will be serving. That means point Lyman. I didn't see the indication from the line judge whether that was in or out, but here comes the serve, 16, serving 19. Second set as Pinedale sets it up, and it hits on, out of bounds, point Lyman. Kylie will take the serve back again. The ball will come into play from the left side of your screen, 17, serving 19. And they get it back to Lyman. Set up, but hit into the net. That was a point for Pinedale. Now leading by 3. I'm going to serve Jamie Strait with the serve. Kylie will set up the play. McKinley will hit. Nicely dug out by Pinedale, who get it back to Lyman. And Yagi gets it back to Pinedale. Another one of those great blocks on the net. That is Spring Yagi and McKaylee Bradshaw setting up that block that gave Lyman the point and the serve. Pinedale sets it up. Again, a block. Not good enough. They got a carrying violation on Lyman, gives the point to Pinedale. They'll send their libero, Megan Rohrer, serving for Pinedale. 21 serving 18, second set action. This time Kylie just bloops it over, controlled by Pinedale. Hits the stick on the net, meaning out of bounds. So that will be point for Lyman. as they send Nicole Crook back to serve from the left side of the screen. Lyman, nice block again on that on the net for Lyman. This time it's Lyman's time to set it up. It goes off of the block, dug up, controlled, and hit hard and out of bounds. They had it going their way until that hard hit. It's a Lyman score. Timeout again, taken by Pinedale this time. They lead by 1 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard. It is Pinedale 21, Lyman 20 in the second set of the best of 5 here in Lyman tonight. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Both teams taking the floor after the timeout. Lyman will have the serve, serving from the left side of the screen, and down by 1, 20 serving 21. Lyman digs it, Pinedale digs it up, sets it, and puts it back to the Eagles, who set up their own play. Nice block by Pinedale. Good net play by Pinedale. That was a little bit of trickery there. That was number 12 on the Pinedale side, Carson Mack, playing that net very well. Point Pinedale. As the rotation goes around, they're going to bring in a different, Tacey Kennard again comes in to handle the serving duties. As Lyman sets it up, they get it over and bring the point and the serve right back to their side of the net. Making the rotation as Olivia Smith comes in for Kylie Walker. And McKaylee Bradshaw will serve for Lyman. Down by 1, Lyman 21, Pinedale 22. Lyman sets up their play. Controlled, set, and hit. It's Lyman's turn to set the play. Again, Pinedale controls it, but they couldn't get the set underneath it. This will tie this match up at 22 apiece. Set number 2 of this best of 5 match. They're going to send, looks like send McKaylee Bradshaw to serve the ball when we come out of this break. We'll keep it right here. You can see 22-22 on the mylocalradio.com scoreboard here in Lyman. Our broadcast, our stream, brought to you in part by Benedict's Market and True Value in Mountain View. They've been serving their friends and neighbors in the Bridger Valley since 1938, and they continue to do so by supporting Bridger Valley students and their success for generations, and helping us to bring you this broadcast of Bridger Valley Sports on mylocalradio.com. We thank them very much, as well as all of our other great sponsors that help us to bring you these matchups. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to go out onto the gridiron with the Lyman Eagles as they will host the Graybull Buffaloes. 2 o'clock is the kickoff, and there is no internet out there, just wireless internet, so we're going to hopefully be able to set up and broadcast that game off of our jetpack, but we'll do everything we can to bring you the Lyman Graybull game starting at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon right here on mylocalradio.com. But in the meantime, it's the Lady Eagles' turn as it drops in for a Lyman point. Lyman serves again. 23 serving 22. The Wranglers can't control it. Point Eagles. McKaylee Bradshaw with the serve. This is set point for the Eagles. Pinedale setting up their own play. Nice little dig by the back line of the Eagles. And it goes over and drops in for the point and the set, 25-22. Lyman beating Pinedale in set number 2, 25-22. That means they are up 2 sets to none here in the best of 5 from Lyman High School tonight, as the teams that will switch sides of the court, they're going to take a 3-minute break. We're going to take a break along with them. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
City Drug carries a wide selection of durable medical equipment and other products that help make your life more comfortable. Some examples include wheelchairs, walkers, knee scooters, a variety of braces, crutches, safety handles for the bathroom or shower. Other products include compression stockings to help minimize leg and ankle pain caused by swelling, and Dr. Comfort footwear. When you're looking for items that can make your life a little better, visit the friendly staff at City Drug at the corner of 10th and Main Street in Evanston.
It's Truck Month going on right now at Auto Farm Castle Rock in Evanston. Receive 0% financing for 72 months on select models or get 20% off select models. Receive up to $3,500 in bonus cash. Auto Farm is stuffed with vehicles at the guaranteed lowest prices. It's Truck Month going on now at Auto Farm. 0% for 72 or 20% off. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. We're a different kind of dealer.
Attention sports teams, coaches, athletic directors, administrators, and parents and fans of high school sports all across Wyoming. When you're in Casper, stay at the Hilton Garden Inn Casper. With spacious guest rooms, a beautiful indoor pool and hot tub, and delicious family restaurant, you'll find everything you need to have your athletes rested and ready to do their best. For all of your team and fan hotel accommodations in Casper, call 307-266-1300. The Hilton Garden Inn, Casper.
You're in good hands when you choose Dr. Stosage and Dr. Vuig at Wyoming Dental Specialties for dental implants and wisdom tooth extractions. They work with passion and focus. They use techniques and technologies that are modern and precise. With 2 decades of experience, their skills are highly specialized. If you need teeth extractions or dental implants placed, come see Dr. Stosage or Dr. Vuig at Wyoming Dental Specialties, 50 Park Road, or call us at 307-789-9034.
And we come back. We're between set number 2 and set number 3 here in Lyman High School this evening, as the Lyman Eagles are hosting the Pinedale Wranglers from about 100 miles up the road, give or take a few. But it's a conference matchup. It is the second to last regular season matchup for the Lyman Eagles. Pinedale Wranglers will have 2 more games after this one, and I think they're both away games. So anyway, more action next week for Pinedale. Next week, by the way, the Lyman Eagles will host their arch rivals, Cross Valley rivals, Mountain View Buffaloes, for their regular season match finale. Of course, the regionals coming up, they'll be held in Riverton, not next week, but the week after. And then, of course, the state volleyball championships from Casper coming up the week after that. Getting underway with set number 3, the Lyman Eagles are leading this best of 5, 2 sets to none, as they check the lineups and the whistle, play ball. Can you say that in volleyball? Play ball. Big hit, nice kill. Nice kill. That was Jamie Strait on that outside hitter position, knocking it down for Pinedale. Pinedale takes over the serve. Lyman will control and set. Dug out by Pinedale. And the kill knocked down by McKinley Bradshaw from the outside hitter position on the near side of the court. She knocks it down for the point and immediately goes back for the serve. Set number 3 tied. Nice dig by Nicole Crook. Pinedale sets up their play. Now it's Lyman's turn. Nice dig by their libero. That was Megan Rohrer on that dig. Keeping play alive. And the Eagles hit it into the Pinedale block. It falls in for an Eagle score. Again, McKinley Bradshaw back to serve. Pinedale setting up their play. Kylie with the set, a nice block. Point for Pinedale. That was number 25 on the block, Bailey Shoup for Pinedale. Tying this set up again. 2 points apiece. Set number 3. Pinedale serves. Walker sets. And the ball is hit out of bounds. Goes wide. Point Pinedale. They take the serve back. Again, great net play. Great net play by Bailey Shoup, who took that hit and just kind of tapped it, I guess is the best way, back across the net. Point Pinedale. Serve from Pinedale to Lyman. This time it will be off the fingertips of the blockers for Pinedale. The point will go to Lyman. So will the serve, as Nicole Crook will go back to serve. They're down by 1, 3 serving 4. Lyman has the serve. And it falls for a point for Pinedale. Now up by 2. Jamie Strait with the serve for Pinedale. Off the left side of your screen. Kylie sets it up. Nice dig, keeping it alive for Pinedale. Lyman is trying to control it. They do. They get it back to the Wranglers. Wranglers set it up. Controlled, saved, a fist bump back to the Wranglers, who set up a play. And it goes off the block on the far side of the court, falls for a Wrangler point. Now up by 3. 6 serving 3 here in set number 3. Lyman controls it, sets it. Tricky little net play. It goes back and forth a few times. Rolls across the net. And Pinedale hits it into the net, giving Lyman the point. That was some good net play by both teams, back and forth quite a few times. Lyman takes the serve. Pinedale controls. Back to Lyman. Olivia Smith with the set. And this goes long and out of bounds. Point goes back to Pinedale. So it will be 7 serving 3 with Pinedale serving. Megan Rohrer, the libero, coming from the left side of your screen here at mylocalradio.com. And that kill falls down for a Lyman point. Set up nicely. Cassidy Milton goes up and hits it. Goes through a couple of the defenders but falls to the floor. And Lyman takes the serve back. 5 serving 7. And line judge says it's out. Another point for Lyman. They retain the serve, this time 6 serving 7. Cassidy Milton on the serve. Libero couldn't quite get under it. Megan Rohrer tried to get under it. It continued on out of bounds. And this ties up this third set at 7 apiece. Lyman leads the match 2-0. Set number 3 is tied at 7 apiece. Lyman has the serve. From Pinedale back to Lyman. They set it. They hit it. Nice dig. And out of bounds. Point will fall for Lyman. Very nice dig on the Pinedale side, even to keep that in play. They were able to get it back to the Lyman side of the court, but it went too long and out of bounds. So now Lyman is up by 1 as Pinedale sets up their play. Blocked. Now it's back to Lyman. They send it to Olivia to set it. Huge hit. McKinley Bradshaw hit one of the Pinedale players right in the chest and flew out of bounds. And now it's a 2-point set as Lyman leads 9-7. The MyLocalRadio.com scoreboard, you see Lyman at 9, the Pinedale Wranglers at 7. You're listening to Lyman Eagle Volleyball on MyLocalRadio.com.
With over 25 years of experience, it's not uncommon for Chad to be able to diagnose your vehicle's problems right away, sometimes by just listening to your engine run. If there were such a thing, Chad might even be considered the engine whisperer. Actually, the mechanics at Chad's Automotive in Evanston are just dang good mechanics. You're always treated fairly and honestly, handling everything from vehicle maintenance to major repair. Chad's Automotive in Evanston, 789-8263. Call today, 789-8263.
Here we come back. Set number 3. Lyman leading by 2. 9-7. Lyman with the serve. Controlled by Pinedale, who set up a play. Waiting line judge says it's long, out of bounds. Point for Lyman. So it's 10 serving 7. That will be a Pinedale point. Going to rotate in Tacey Kennard to serve. Serve will come from the left side. 8 serving 10. Pinedale down by 2. And they try to dig it up, but it flies out of bounds, hits the side wall of the gymnasium. And Lyman has another point, up by 3. Cedar Air with the serve, 11 serving 8. Set number 3. And another Lyman point as Pinedale can't control it. Cedar with the serve. Bloops across the net, hit the top of the net and just fell across the top. Pinedale able to get it back. And the hit set up, goes off the block and falls in for a Lyman point. Set number 3, 13 serving 8. Lyman in control here. Lyman sets up their play. Handled by Pinedale, who get it back to Lyman. Big hit, blocked, goes out of bounds. That'll fall for a Lyman point. Cedar will retain the serve. Up by 6. Pinedale gets it back to Lyman. They get underneath it. Set. Hit, controlled by Pinedale. Nice dig. That time, Olivia just kind of blooped it over. Pinedale controlled it, got it back. Fell for a Pinedale point. So they send Faith Friend back to have the serving duties for Pinedale. 9 serving 14. Lyman sets it up. It goes long, point Pinedale. Thanks to Achieve Sports Medicine in Lyman, where you get no excuses, just results from Randy Christofferson. Achieve Sports Medicine. Whenever you need physical therapy, You'll find them on Main Street in Lyman. Point falls down for the Eagles. This will rotate Kylie Walker in for Olivia Smith. Kylie will go back and serve. Eagles up by 5 in set number 3. Rohrer digs it out. It is set. Nice hit, goes down, hits one of our, I think that was Cedar Air, hit her in the fist and flew out of bounds for a Pinedale point. Waiting on a rotation as they rotate the freshman Riley Darwin in to take over the serving. Action will come from the left side of the screen. 11 serving 15 into the net. Service error, Lyman point. McKinley Bradshaw serving. They set it. Some net play. Say that it went into the net. Net foul on Pinedale. Gives another point to Lyman. Again with the serve. Hit controlled and set up by Lyman, who hit it into the net. That will fall for a Pinedale point. As McKaylee Bradshaw couldn't quite get high enough to get that over the net. So Pinedale serves. Kylie will set it. Nice block. Beautiful block, number 25. That was Bailey Shoup, and number 2, Jamie Strait on the net for Pinedale. Pinedale point. Their serve, 13 serving 17. Lyman sets it up. They get it back to Lyman. Again, they set up the play. It's hit on the blocked, controlled, and set. And hit off of the Lyman blockers out of bounds. Point Pinedale. Carson Mack serving. Lyman sets it up. Nice dig. Keeps it in play. Back to the Eagles, who set up their play. And into the net, point Lyman. They tried to just tap it over. It didn't work. It hit the top of the net and fell in for the Lyman point. They'll take over the serve now as they send libero Nicole Crook back with the serve. So it's 18 serving 14 here in the third set. And there's a service error for Lyman. That's a point for Pinedale. Jamie Strait with the serve. It'll come from the left side of the screen. Kylie Walker sets it. Dug up nicely. Big hit, but Pinedale controlled and got it back. Comes off of Crook's hands, out of bounds. Point Pinedale. (16 serving 18). Pinedale down by 2. And the serve is long. Point for Lyman. That'll return the serve to the right side of the court, the right side of your screen. And McKaylee Bradshaw is serving. Play is set up, partially blocked, back to Pinedale, who set up another play. This one they dig out, it gets back to Pinedale. They tried to tap it at the net, couldn't quite get it into the net, falls for a Lyman point. Now a 4-point lead. It is 20-16, Lyman up by 4 on our mylocalradio.com scoreboard. Timeout, Pinedale. We'll take one too. You're listening to Lyman Eagle volleyball action here on mylocalradio.com.
What lives in your ductwork? Creepy, crawly spiders, rodents, old pet hair and dander, dust. It's a fact. Whatever's lingering in your ductwork is the same thing you're breathing in the air.
I've got great news. The professionals at Landmark Plumbing and Heating have all the equipment needed to clean out the ductwork in your house. This is Lane Bowen, owner of Landmark Plumbing and Heating. Let us help you breathe easier by cleaning out your ductwork. Call us today to schedule an appointment. 789-8793.
Lyman, Wyoming, the scene, the set of our video stream today here in Lyman High School Gymnasium, where Lyman High School Eagles are hosting the Pinedale Wranglers. And it has been all Lyman pretty much. Pinedale has had the lead in a couple of sets, but Lyman has come back. They're up now 2-0 in this best of 5 series match. They have the serve. Pinedale setting up their play. And another point goes to Lyman. Now they're up by 5, 21-16. Set number 3. Pinedale controls it, gets it back to the Eagles, who set up their play. And they hit it into the net. And Cassidy Nilsson went up for the hit. Goes into the middle of the net. That will send Megan Rohrer, the libero for Pinedale, back to serve. It'll be 17 serving 21. Olivia Smith sets it up. And a huge hit by Cassidy Nilsson. Goes down, hits one of the Wranglers. They could not control it. It dropped to the floor for the Lyman score. So it's 22 serving 17. Set number 3. The set. Hit goes over. Nice dig by Rohrer. Keeps it in play and back to the Eagles. Back to Pinedale, where they'll set up their play. Lyman controls. Cedar sets. And McKinley knocks down the hit. McKinley Bradshaw with the kill there. Point Eagles. It's 23-17. It's hard to see that scoreboard, isn't it? Sorry about that. But it is 23-17. Now it's 24-17 for the Eagles as they are at set and match point. The ball rolls out into the concession area here at Lyman High School. And to go chase it. Lyman serving. Cassidy Nilsson. Match and set point for Lyman. Olivia gets underneath it. Controlled by Pinedale. They get it back to Lyman. They're saying a net violation on Pinedale is going to give the win, 25-17 to Lyman. So in 3 sets, Lyman does it once again tonight here in Lyman High School as they defeat the Pinedale Lady Wranglers by a score 25-12, 25-22, and 25-17, taking all 3 sets. That's the same way they did it Tuesday night, or last night rather, against Star Valley. They took them 5 matches on Tuesday night against Green River, 5 sets to pull away the victory as they come from behind, down 2 sets, and won the final 3 sets Tuesday night. So 3 in a row at home on homecoming week, and 3 wins in a row for the number 3 ranked Lyman Eagles. They're ranked number 3 in volleyball in the state of Wyoming in the 3A classification of schools, and showing why they're ranked so well. Definitely peaking at the right time. Now, as I said, tomorrow we are going to be back on our broadcast here, and we are going to try and bring you the Lyman Grable football game. It is scheduled to kick off at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but there is no internet service out there other than some wireless service, and sometimes that works, and other times, well, we do have some jetpacks that we're going to try and get the uplink at a big enough speed so that we can bring you all of the action and video stream you the Lyman Grable football game tomorrow, starting right before 2 o'clock here on mylocalradio.com. So tune in, and you'll be able to see if we go up with the video stream. If not, you'll understand that we had some kind of video or some internet problems. This is the first time this year that we will be trying to do a broadcast from the Lyman football field, and we're not sure if it's going to work or not. So that's why I'm saying tune in. We'll do everything we can to bring it to you. So then next week here on mylocalradio.com, we will be right back here in Lyman on Thursday night when the Buffaloes from Mountain View come in for Lyman's final regular season volleyball game of the year. That will be their last match against their Cross Valley rivals. That will start at 7 p.m. At least that's what I have on my books. I'll confirm that before Thursday of next week. Then on Friday of next week, Mountain View, ranked number 2 in football in 2A in the state, they are traveling to Grable, and we will follow the Mountain View Buffaloes to Grable to bring you that video stream, and we'll try and make it back for a Saturday volleyball game that is scheduled to start at noon in Mountain View. That will be their final regular season match for the volleyball players from Mountain View. So Thursday night here in Lyman, Friday night in Grable, Wyoming, Saturday in Mountain View, Wyoming. That's what we'll have going for you next week as we try to stream you as much of the Bridger Valley sports as we possibly can here on mylocalradio.com. I would like to thank our sponsors for this broadcast. Thank you to the Rocky Mountain Yeti Group, a brand new car dealership you'll find across western Wyoming. Also Chad's Automotive, by Wyoming Dental Specialties, by Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, by Rocky Mountain Signs and Westar Printing, and by My Local Radio, all helping to bring us these broadcasts. And don't forget the co-op. If you own a business and you want to get the word out, it's now cheaper and you can reach more people than ever before by becoming a member of the co-op and investing in the success of your business. The co-op, you can call 307-789-8116 to find out more. With that, we're going to shut down our stream for today, thanks to our sponsors. And I want to say thank you to some of the folks here in Lyman who have really been so nice to us. Coach Brescia Hansen, the volleyball coach from Lyman High School, activities director Jason Hansen, his assistant Jenny Lynn Quinney, who has helped us so much. And Brian, what's your last name? It's what? Anson. And the IT man here at Lyman High School, Brian Anson. Thank you so much for all of your help. We appreciate you very much. With that, we're going to sign off. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. We will try and be back with you right here on My Local Radio at 2 o'clock from Lyman High School for the football game, the homecoming football game, tomorrow at 2 on mylocalradio.com. Until then, have a fantastic weekend.